This week's new update to GTA Online celebrates the 10-year anniversary of the release of GTA 5 Online, and this comes out just 2 weeks after the GTA 5 global release 10-year celebration as well, and so all players were really hoping for a pretty good event week, but after it was confirmed by Rockstar that Cayo Perico was getting nerfed by 30 to 60%, obviously players aren't happy with that. The discounts, though, for this week probably won't cheer you up all that much either, but they are quite unique in my opinion, mostly in the way that Rockstar is handling the property and vehicle discounts for this particular event week. So with that said, welcome back to my weekly buyer's guide for GTA Online, where we review and break down in depth all the best purchases that you can acquire this week in game. So as we get started, if you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date with everything GTA Online and Rockstar games, then please consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. Now, usually my discounts review and buyer's guides feature both the property and the vehicle discounts for a specific event week in GTA, but because this week is Rockstar's 10-year anniversary celebration, we actually have just as many property discounts, or should I say property upgrade and modification discounts, as we do vehicles this week. And trying to fit that all into one video is going to make it about 30 minutes long, which is just way too long. So this week we're going to split them up and just cover the vehicles today, while tomorrow we're going to get into all of the nitty-gritty in regards to the business upgrades and modifications that are on discount, especially considering there's no real money bonuses this week, just doubled production rates for the biker businesses, the bunker, the nightclub, and more. I probably won't have a solo money making guide specifically for these because one, I already covered these pretty recently because they were just on bonus, but two, there's also no bonus money on the sales themselves. So honestly, just keep producing and selling whenever you can because you can do it twice as much this week. That's my helpful tip for making money this week. But alright, without wasting too much of your time now explaining my plans for content, let's check out these vehicle discounts and talk about their performance attributes. Starting off, we have 30% off the Imponte Ruiner ZZ8. It's on sale for $924,000 this week, and it released with the Criminal Enterprises DLC update. And this car features a potent combination of speed, power, and acceleration, which makes it a prime choice for speed enthusiasts. It has remarkable handling capabilities that provide an incredibly precise turning radius, which is good for navigating traffic at low speeds or even maneuvering through tight spaces and sharp corners. Nevertheless, though, you should exercise caution when pushing the Ruiner ZZ8 to its absolute limits, as aggressive steering maneuvers at moderate to higher speeds will lead to total loss of control. So just keep that in mind to baby your controller and understand that this car requires gentle and precise steering inputs by you as a driver. Despite the sturdy build that this vehicle has and the way that you can just bowl through cars without coming to a complete stop most of the time, the ZZ8 still has awful susceptibility to heavy body damage, so even with those minor collisions, you're gonna get noticeable exterior deformations on your car. So once again, drive carefully and exercise caution, as congested traffic or even driving at high speeds means you'll probably end up in a crash pretty easily. In summary though, the Ruiner ZZ8 impresses me with its handling and its speed. Not that it's better than the top 3 muscle cars in the game, it's still fast, but this car also demands finesse to avoid oversteer at those high speeds, which means when you push it to the max, you'll probably end up being decently slow overall because of all the crashing, which is going to slow you down. But now moving on, we have 40% off the Ocelot Lynx for basically $1.04 million. This is one of the removed DLC vehicles, which you can find back in the game for a limited time at Luxury Autos this week. The Lynx stands out as a reliable vehicle in this game. It's not necessarily a top-tier sports car by any means, and in fact, many players find it about average, but do note this car surprisingly has really good acceleration and a lot of torque. However, it does have a noticeable drawback in terms of top-end speed, which means you're probably going to get dusted in straight-line drag races racing this car. Its handling capabilities are decent enough to get the job done, though it does tend to exhibit a bit of understeer at times. For example, when you take sharp turns and you don't slow down enough. Skilled drivers can easily manage this understeer though, and any player can learn its behavior pretty fast. It just requires a touch of finesse and precision in your steering. The Lynx's engine can occasionally overpower its traction as well, which also underscores the importance of throttle control for maintaining stability during your acceleration. And if you're looking to win sports class races, just rest assured that there's much more superior choices available for those seeking the ultimate sports performance edge. Next up, we have 40% off the Dubachi 770 on sale for $417,000, yet another removed approved DLC vehicle that's available as a test drive car at the LS Car Meet this week. The 770 stands out as a really cool sports car in my opinion, although it doesn't quite reach the power and acceleration levels typically associated with other Dubachi vehicles that you're going to drive. What does distinguish the 770 though among the rest of Dubachi vehicles is the top speed of 123.5 miles an hour, but this comes at the expense of added weight as well as a rear wheel drive layout, and all of this results in a slower acceleration off the line compared to many other sports cars, and this car also just doesn't have the best traction, making it a bit tricky to handle when driving really fast. This car feels like a mix between driving the Rapid GT as well as the Dubachi Massacro, just to compare it to the same manufacturer. And a neat little feature though is this car has a 6-speed gearbox, which means you're probably going to outperform some of the other cars that are only 5-speed, so that is something to note right there. After that, we have 30% off the Dinka RT3000 on sale for $1.2 million. This car demonstrates a good top speed and acceleration, but its performance is marred by severely poor traction. This results in significant wheel spin at a dig, and that obviously hinders the car's initial acceleration. However, once you get in motion, it quickly catches up to its competitors in its class. Its handling also leaves a lot to be desired because you'll encounter excessive oversteer and instability when you're cornering, despite this car also having a precise and sharp steering feel to it. It's probably just a little bit too sharp in that regard in my opinion. Braking, on the other hand, is exceptional, as it can stop the vehicle faster than most tuners' cars from high speeds that you've probably driven, even outperforming class leaders like the Calico GTF, for example, in terms of braking. Interestingly enough, though, the RT3000's traction deficiencies, coupled with its precise steering, make it an amazing vehicle for drifting. Quick back-to-back turns of the steering wheel are sufficient to initiate a drift with this car, and counter-steering to maintain your drift is also super easy. If you're a tuner's enthusiast, this is a must-buy. Then finally, we have 50% off the Dinka Sugoi. This car exhibits an extreme degree of wheel spin before it hooks up, but once you get going, it offers respectable acceleration and I'd say a good enough top speed for a car in this game. However, be aware that at high speeds, you'll sometimes fishtail out of nowhere, which is actually pretty funny considering this car is front wheel drive, so I don't know really why that's happening all that much. You should have a lot of understeer, not necessarily oversteer, but also just keep in mind you'll need to apply the brakes or engage the handbrake at the very least to regain control if that happens to you. In terms of durability, the Sugoi falls into the average range here, I would say. It's not particularly robust or as robust as you would like the car to be. Overall, you'll find this car totally overshadowed by most other sports cars that deliver superior performance, especially when it comes to handling and traction control. So what I recommend you buy this week is the Ruiner ZZ8 as the Dinka RT3000. Definitely avoid the Dinka Sugoi, and then I would say consider buying the Ocelot Lynx as well as the Dubachi 770. Those are two cars that aren't absolute must-buys, but they also aren't ones that I would say you should avoid either. I would just say consider buying them for collection's sake, because they are both removed vehicles in this game, but obviously there are better choices if you want the ultimate performing sports car. With all that said, we've reviewed every major discounted vehicle in GTA Online for this week. I'd love to know what you think about the vehicles on offer for us. With all that said, we're going to wrap things up right here. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.